Jeskai Nexus. Deck was kind of sweet yesterday. Went 7-3 with it. One of those matches we punted, one of the losses. So, felt pretty strong. Do I know if GP Lille is streamed? I don't. There's an American GP at the same time. I think they tend to preference the American ones for streaming, but I don't honestly know the answer to that. Oh my god. Second white source, please. If this had a second white source, I'd actually just, like, happily keep it. As awful as that sounds. This is nothing till turn 5. It's kind of like what you sign up for with control decks, though. You do just need to hit your land drops, and I'm on the play. I am going to get run over and feel stupid and regret everything, but here we go. Hey, brave guy. Hey, Jean. Good morning, both. Yeah. Second white source, please. Odie with the tier 1 sub. Thank you for becoming a Knight of Autumn. Appreciate you. Also, I totally need to update that command to say welcome to being a Knight of Autumn, apparently. Appreciate you. Thanks for the support. Oh, I'm just going to fire this off now. This card has actually been fairly annoying for me, weirdly, because Clarion, like, it just gets out of range of Clarion so quickly. I think I'm happy just to 1-for-1 with it to buy time until we can find our second white source. It doesn't look like an impressive use of a Clarion, but I honestly think it's fine. Like, the walk is kind of annoying. It's going to buy us at least a turn. Hey, white source. Very nice. Leo is streamed. Sweet. That makes me very happy. Hopefully, I will not mess up too much and we'll get on camera at some point, but we shall see. They got a forest off this? Okay. Sure, that doesn't actually apply pressure, so I'm not too worried. In pre-board games, they can't use her to, like, dig for disruption, because there aren't duresses in their deck right now. I guess the ultimate's a bit scary, but we'll be fine. Suspect we will be fine. It's also, like, kind of annoying against search. That would be great, Gabrov. Look forward to that. Hey, Dokamoy. Good morning. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really nice, like, doing... Like, this is my second day doing this, like, sort of time slot. It's been kind of nice. I got a bunch of stuff done this morning. I got a bunch of errands and stuff, and then, like, went down and sat in a park for a while. So the Rask is a bit threatening, but... Yeah, I know there are some people it works a lot worse for, Dokamoy. Like, there are a bunch of people who are, like, in Europe who watch me whilst they're at work, but... It's actually been working really nicely for me. We just had, like, absurd viewer numbers yesterday as a result of it. Okay. Kind of need like a Teferi or an explosion or something to keep that Vraska in check for a couple turns. Alright. These Nexuses looking excellent. Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Alright. So now this keeps the Vraska in check for a tiny bit of time, so that she can't ultimate. Draws us like a couple cards to dig towards land drops, then we can use these Nexi as like pseudo explores to get ahead on mana. Try and set something up. So this is actually quite nice for us. Big Vraska. Yeah. Resolves. So this is like part of the purpose of Nexi. It's going to be kind of hard to set it up in time, but this board state you can just like never be outside Star of Extinction. In like a fair game. Because Nexi at least gives us the potential of like playing an unfair game. Don't know if it's going to be good enough this game. It might be like a turn or two too slow, but... Alright. Just keep her in check for a little bit. Make sure she can't ultimate next turn. Cool. What are we doing here? I can Teferi plus. And they can't immediately kill the Teferi. Like, I wouldn't hate casting a Nexus just to cycle it. Try and, like, hit our land drop. Obviously, if we end up with even 2 Nexuses in hand and Teferi in play, we probably win. Getting an extra land is really nice with the Syncopate, so I think I'm just going to do that. I think this is fine. Between draw step and Teferi plus, it's pretty likely we find a land here. Alright. Or like find an Ionize too. Ionize is a great one to hit. Right. That's fine. Okay. Syncopate for free up. Sadly, it doesn't hit Plaguecrafter, which sucks. But I could maybe have cycled like 1 more Nexus. Maybe it's greedy to hold on to 2. I feel like if we untap with 2 Nexuses in hand, we probably and a Teferi in play, we probably win the game though, which is pretty appealing. Okay. We do have a blink of an eye, can reset 1 Planeswalker. Yeah, if you hit deck list, you can always find whatever I'm playing here, provided I'm playing Constructed. There are these 7 drops in hand, so yeah, I mean, they are pretty awkward. They're also like the only way we can win this game though outside of Star of Extinction, which is also a 7 drop. So I don't think they're quite as bad as they look from that perspective. I don't know if I like it yet. They're absurd in the control mirrors. And they're like... I think they're good against black-green, but it's kind of hard to say. Like, there are some games where they look really good. Should probably do this for more. Set an upkeep stop. Hey, Amy. So, like, part of the theory behind Nexus of Fate is there are lots of games where Jeskai can get in control of the game, and then you die to a Carnage Tyrant, or a Banefire, or a Niv-Mizzet. You have, like, so many more cards in hand than your opponent, but it doesn't matter, because they cast something uncounterable that beats you. And Nexus ignores that. It just says, okay, the game ends now. You don't get, like, a bunch of turns to draw into your uncounterable thing that kills me. I don't know if that makes it good enough, but it's interesting. How am I doing? I'm doing very well, Amy. I'm doing great. I got lots of jobs done this morning, and I went down to a park for like 45 minutes and sat and listened to podcasts and watched squirrels run about, and it was awesome. So I am very happy at the moment. Blocking Mew. Yeah, that happens. Like, this game, it's not winnable without either Star of Extinction or Nexus, pretty much, because we're so far behind to the Planeswalkers. But now we're getting, like, so far ahead in cards that we actually might have a chance, right? Whereas otherwise we just wouldn't. I should have plus Teferi first. I'm going to feel silly if I draw a shock land. Yep. Hey, Jake. Glad to hear it. That's really nice to hear. Okay, what am I doing? Just like casting an Insight this turn to try and dig as much as possible towards a Nexus, I guess. I probably shouldn't have done that. Land drops are pretty great. I'm greedy. Blame the greed. Oh my god, this game is so over. Like, they had 2 Planeswalkers on board and it just didn't matter because we have Nexus in our deck. Just ends the game on the spot. It is amazing. Yeah, this deck is great. This deck is a treat. I think now it's like close to deterministic. It's gotta be pretty close to deterministic at this point, that we just like never stop taking turns and eventually fireball them to death. It's gonna be really, really close. It's true, this is somewhat Solitaire-esque. Fair point. Droop. Nexus. Alright, discard some garbage. That doesn't matter, because they're never taking another turn. Draw a card. Nexus. Heal until next end step. Just like keep looking for Nexuses. Once we can take 2 extra turns in the same turn, we'll just double fireball them and they'll die. It's the plan. But also just a Fairy Emblem. I guess that's fun too. I guess this is fine. Sure. I guess this is okay. Boop. Boop. Hey, Teresa. Alright, let's discard some cards, I guess. Derp-a-derp-a-derp. Fireball you for 1 million. Yeah, I am claiming a lot of the fun this game. Oh my god, this is great. This is just great. Oh. To all ye who doubt the Nexus, this game would have been pretty unwinnable without them. So, I'm staring down double Planeswalker Ultimate. I guess they could have been like counter spells That would have been fine for stopping Planeswalkers getting on the board in the first place, but definitely a high percentage Dokomoy. I don't think I can put a number to it, but reasonably high. Still haven't found another Fireball. Oh wait, there's one here. I'm stupid. Ignore me. Ignore me. Alright, this time I must remember not to deck myself. You can have some cards, opponent. Oh, they're on me. Oh my gosh. Ah, Magic's great. We could have drawn more cards, Dokomoy. You're right. Wasted opportunity. Jeez. Wasted opportunity. I'm so happy right now. That was great. Oh. Gosh, gosh, gosh. We do, Luke. That is definitely a fear. He's a very valid fear. Yeah, I have 2 Cannonades. I'm trying out Wall of Mist for a Danto Vanguard, which is maybe a bit loose, but was it this quote? I feel like there was a quote about Wall of Mist. Yeah, there we go. Maybe Wall of Mist is just broken. Oh my gosh. Enthusiastic recommendation. So I cut 1 Cannonade so that we can actually block the stupid Vanguards. But I think these are like fine. They're just not terribly exciting. Bit frustrating sometimes. God, this deck makes me way too happy. I almost don't even care if it's good. I still kind of want to play it anyway at the GP. When do we just play 4 Expansion Explosion and admit we were wrong to ever play fewer? Isn't that what we're doing quite right now, Chris? I think that's literally what we're doing right this moment. Because it's a pretty stupid Magic card. Though I'm unsure how much of it is Expansion Explosion is messed up, and how much of it is literally anything that goes near Teferi and synergizes with Teferi in any way becomes messed up by association. No, we're on 4, Chris. Will I play this at Lille? Hopefully not, but I can make no promises. Because I kinda love this. Bit scary. I have a Vraska on top that can kill this. Obviously we have the Syncopate. Do have to wipe this board clean at some point, that's the problem. Alright, start trying to flip this. Last the turn with Sync Up. Oh my god, they just ran it out. This makes me so happy. I guess they could have a Vivian for next turn, so like... Research is probably not long for this world regardless, but still. Pretty okay with that. Yep. I think I'm just going to fire this off. We're on 11. I'd kind of like to have some life to play with, rather than drawing 2 here. I think I'd like to have some life to play with. Someone actually suggested it in stream yesterday at some point. I didn't realize that Gab had tried it too. But yeah, it's just an attempt to answer a Danto Vanguard. Because True Name Nemesis is quite problematic for control decks, apparently. Indestructible True Name Nemesis. Just does everything. This is really obnoxious against Search. Jeez. And against this Insight. Syncopate's kind of interesting. I'm taking 4, 5. So this is like a 2-turn clock. It's kind of interesting. Ugh. The Scavenger is like weirdly good, huh? Like, yeah, you think we just bin it? I'm kind of tempted to. If they slam a Vraska or something, things get problematic, but thank you. I'm hoping it goes okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying COA either. I think COA is also reasonable and could just be better than Wall of Mist. I think Wall of Mist synergizes nicely with like Clarion and stuff though. I'm gonna just dump it, I think. Wow. Skillful. I think I want to do this rather than draw 2. Is that crazy? I'm gonna take 5, but I can insight into like an Ionize and then go Clarion Ionize, which is reasonable. Alright, I'm gonna pass the turn. This uses my mana like a tiny bit better. As long as they don't slam a Vraska into play, I think this Clarion's gonna be pretty nice. You need some beautiful Sphinx's Firebolt. It's Sphinx's Rage, Chris. The card's called Sphinx's Rage. Carney T would be a problem. Not gonna lie. Carnage Tyrant would be quite implacable. Wow. So good against Dark Clarion. Secure the Revelation. Oh my god. Ooh, Finebroker. Finebroker's decent against Clarion, I guess. Yeah, this is a pretty good timeline. I've been on worse timelines. Gate. Alright. Keep dumping cards, keep trying to flip this. Interesting. So now Search is going to flip next turn. Standard's pretty great right now. It's very interesting. We got this Negate to protect this Search, which is really nice. Next turn it flips. We can like use a Nexus to maybe hit a land drop if we want. Just doesn't explore, which is fine. We are happy with explore at the moment. Okay. So they have Finebroker in hand. So we need to find a Wrath or a Clarion pretty quickly. But we got a few looks towards that, so I'm not too concerned. I'm like a bit scared of a trophy, I guess. Hey, that answers what is going on over there. Keeps us alive. I think I'm going to keep that. Then I'm going to take a turn, because this gives us at least one more mana for our explosion, which means we draw one more card. Or means we can hold up Negate, like either or. Oh my god, just everything. I do want that Teferi at some point, I guess. Guess I want that Teferi at some point. What are we drawing? We're drawing 3 cards. Thing is, if I dump this, I draw a 4th card. We're probably going to find a Teferi at some point regardless. I kind of just want the extra card of my explosion. If we draw a land, we even hit like an extra card on top. So, it just makes more sense. So, we have a few different options here. Like an explosion for 2 and hold up Negate, in which case, like I could explosion for 3 now and just try and hit my land drop for Negate, which I think is not unreasonable. It's like a bit greedy. We're pretty far ahead. They are casting the Fine Broker next turn, which is something we can't necessarily remove anytime soon. Explode for 4 and we probably win. Probably, yeah. You're probably correct. In which case, I kind of want to do it now to hit my land drop, because hitting land drops is really good with this Azcanta. They probably can't beat this. Alright. This is great. We do actually still need to find an answer to the board, awkwardly. We need like a Nova, because of the Fine Broker being really good here. I guess Blink of an Eye can bounce Fine Broker in a pinch, so we only need like a Clarion, really. Bye-bye Insight. Bye-bye... what? Why aren't they eating the Insight? Curious. I kind of want to make sure I don't die next turn. That's like the most important thing here. The best way to guarantee that is explosion this, blink this. So that's explosion for 4. Azcanta probably finds something. So if Azcanta whiffs, we just die though. Or we could copy. Yeah, we can copy the blink to not die, so we can start with Azcanta. Yep. This is great. This is great. Sick. Alright, Nexus is awesome. So now we can stop ourselves dying by going kicked blink with expansion. Cool. I guess if they have a removal spell, they get to kill us, so we have to do this main phase before they can draw into one. Which means we're going to have to discard. I'm not too concerned about discarding, though. Oh no, we don't have to discard these to cycle. So we have to hold priority. This is great. This is just the best. I guess they can't fizzle this with the removal spell, right? Because this doesn't fizzle until... Yeah, I'm being stupid. Yeah, I just don't understand how stacks work, Luke. You're correct. So in my head I was like, if they use a removal spell, this won't resolve, but obviously it gets copied before this like gets countered from not having a target. Just like completely missed that. Alright, what are we doing next turn? 3/7, so we can... The thing is, I kind of want to Teferi into Nexus. That sounds better, right? Get our Teferi down. Yeah. Cool. How many explosions are we through for sake of killing them? We are through 2. So we have to be aware that our final 2 explosions have to kill our opponent. Yeah, now we can't lose. Based on what we know, anyway. Based on the cards we know, I don't believe we can lose. Yeah, exactly, Squirmet. We can go to Fiery Nexus, which is great. Which is probably the plan. Teferi can one card combo them, but that's very hard to do with 7 minutes on the clock. Is the main problem, Dokamoy. God, these Nexuses are something else. I kind of love them. You just like reach a point in the game where suddenly you win. You will get a lot of mileage out of various time emotes. You can copy an explosion for 0. Do not recommend you do that. Of all the legal plays, I do not recommend copying an explosion for 0. Wow. Our hand is stupid. They're gonna contempt Teferi. Deal. I think we're still gonna be A-okay. I guess I could have countered that, but I kind of want to take an extra turn here before they can draw their duress. Alright, I'm going to focus on this a minute, because I kind of want to win this game in time. Derp-a-derp-a-derp. Nice. Hey, friend. Okay, would like a Nexus to make this easy, but even if we don't hit one, it's still fine. Our opponent has conceded. Understandable. Yeah, I'll be playing some black-green later, Jean. Just doing some Jeskai first, because Jeskai is delightful. I'm not too concerned about time of this deck. Explosion ends the game so quickly once you're going off. It's like much quicker than the way you used to kill with Turbo Fog, where you had to like literally ultimate your Teferi and then like find your Khan and minus your Khan a bunch and attack a bunch. Explosion just like eventually you just kill them in like 2 turns. It's really tempting to keep this on the draw. All it's missing is lands. Like, if this hits lands, it probably can't lose. Going to 5 just sucks. And we're on the draw. I think your win percentage on a 5-card hand is just so low. And we have like the Clarion on curve against creatures. I'm going to keep this on the draw. I need 3 lands and 4 draws. Honestly, 3 lands and 5 draws is probably fine. And your win percentage on 5 cards is like what? Like, definitely not over 30%. No, I need to actually run the numbers. But I suspect this is like over 30% to get 3 lands and 5 draws. In which case the hand is still quite reasonable. Ooh, they're on the mono blue mill list. Wonder vertebrae. Etc. I assume that's what they're on. Oh no, they're just on some bad Grixis deck. Sure. Do I want to play this? Do I want to shock myself to have expansion up? I might want to. Grixis Phoenix, yeah. Something like that. I think I'm going to do this. If they cast a Notion Rain or a Fort Erasure or a Charter Course, all of those are things I'm quite happy to copy. They don't seem that aggressive so far. Not that I really know much of what's going on here. Yeah, some sort of Grixis Phoenix list, just like blue-red Phoenix but splashing for discard or something. Alright, well this hand is panned out. Hitting our land drops nicely. You died to a 23-4 Drake yesterday, oh my god. The best ones are when you die to like the hasty Drakes. I played against a Phoenix deck, or a Drake deck, where they were just like playing enhanced velocity. Or increased velocity or whatever it's called. It's like, make your Drakes hasty. Alright, let's just cancel this. These Drake decks are tough matchups because of Niv-Mizzet, in my experience. Niv-Mizzet is pretty problematic. Hey, look. Perfect keep. Niv-Mizzet is you have to draw, so that aspect of Niv-Mizzet is like a bit awkward for them, but we can deck them, but they get to ping us each time we take a turn, Boy. It's like a mini Eidolon of the Great Revel. Well, we kind of can't beat many spells at the moment, huh? Like, I really want to counter this, but they're just gonna Ionize me. I'm gonna feel really silly. How am I drawing these lands? By being lucky. If you never heard about being lucky, I recommend it sometime. Yeah, we didn't put lands in our deck not to draw them. It's the reason they're in the deck. Please, no Niv-Mizzet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have a heart. Come on. Have a heart. That is certainly a magic card. Just cast this now, so that if they counter it, they don't get a burb. That is certainly a magic card. God, I really need to hit my land drops. I might just fire off an insight now. It sucks letting them know they have permission to do whatever they want, but with these Nexi in hand, we just need to hit land drops. Alright, at some point we're going to stop drawing lands. Lol, nice Justice Strike, I know, right? Kinda in trouble. Unless we can copy our Clarion. Guess that's the plan. I guess that is the plan. We should hold priority. Alright. Cool. Please don't bring back the Phoenix for like at least one turn. Yeah, I haven't played with the Drake's deck yet. They seem kind of sweet. I just don't understand how they beat aggro decks. It's like a big part of the reason I haven't tried them yet. Is slamming a Teferi here aggressive? Like, what could they have in hand right now? Like, I could just pass the turn of Insight up, but I feel like they've had opportunities to cast counterspells as the thing. Yeah, Autumn 6 Jam, I think I agree. I feel like they've had opportunities to cast counterspells. I just want to get something going here. Yeah, and they have Niv-Mizzet and burn spells. Like, there's pressure on us to try and end the game, right? Hey, Luke. Things are going pretty well. I had a very nice morning. Got lots of jobs done, and then got to go relax in the park a bit. So I'm doing quite well. If we untap here, and they don't have a counter in hand, we get to start going off. Because Nexus is great. God, like, literal none of our spells kill this stupid Murmuring Mystic. We have Lava Coils on the sideboard that don't touch it either. So ridiculous. But yeah, that's fair, Luke. Maybe they just don't play that many counterspells. Alright. I have this Justice Strike to protect my Tef. And we untap and go off. Mini go off. Take a couple turns. We do have Cleansing Nova. It's not optimal, but I guess it counts. Hey, land. Just fire this off then. I guess I should play around Spell Pierce. Sigh. Copy it. That would be amazing. Oh, that we could. Alright, this one's not playing around Spell Pierce because I want to redraw it if possible. Also, they probably just don't have Spell Pierces. I was being silly on the first one, but here we go. Alright. Awesome. I guess I draw 2, and then I can still cast a Nexus if I hit one. Alright. Ionize plus Justice Strike, also acceptable. Those are some good Nexuses, like dug us towards a counterspell, helped us hit land drops, develop our mana. Phoenix is coming back. Hopefully they don't have a second. That would be kind of rude. Just a casual take 3 turns. Entirely fair and reasonable. Yeah, they get to dome Teferi a bit here. I guess we could just copy Justice Strike so we ult the Teferi. I hear ultimating a Teferi is quite good. Guess we're gonna do that. Kind of sad. Really liked this expansion, but you Explosion and Niv-Mizzet, do they get the ping triggers? Or do they draw after it dies? It's gonna die after the spell resolves, because that's how state-based effects work, Dokkanmoi. So, like, the whole card resolves before Niv-Mizzet dies, at which point state-based effects are checked, and then Niv-Mizzet dies. Yeah, they would get a lot of pings. Derp, derp, derp. I just really want to ult this thing. Seems strong. Opponent agrees. Alright. That deck seems terrifying. I have to imagine this is not a great matchup, but kind of want these Lyras almost. I don't know how ridiculous that is. It's like weird. There's so many different things I feel like I want to different extents. These Clarions seem like the nut low though. I think we can agree on that. Those Phoenixes do not appear to be pirates. That is true. That is quite true. Yeah, Cannonade's better than Clarion, though, to be fair. Blank Cardboard is probably better than Clarion. What do I want of this stuff? There's just, like, so many cards to board in. And, like, I feel like I need these Cleansing Novas to clean up Murmuring Mystic. I guess I can just do that with Cannonade. I just don't know how I kill a Murmuring Mystic. Thing doesn't seem great. It does not. There's nothing we need to answer with it, right? It's good against a Phoenix, I guess, but it's not exciting. Lyra probably wins. Yeah, Lyra seems pretty good. I think I agree with y'all. In which case I can, like, take out these Novas. Just have Cannonades as my sweepers. Feels weird not having Negates to fight over their counter magic. I guess that's what expansion is for, right? Niv also wins, indeed. How good is Syncopate? I guess Syncopate can counter a Drake, which is nice. Lets us save our Ionizes. It's pretty awkward as the game goes along. It's possible I could cut a Nexus. They're kind of aggressive. Just like cut one of these. Forget Coil. I like Coil, I think. Permanently exiles Phoenixes, can kill a Drake. Seems very reasonable to me. It's possible I could trim a Teferi for like a negate. Where we have these Lyras now. Alright. What's this Teferi doing in our blue-red deck? Just like put this off to the side here. Discovery, sure, means we get to resolve search, which is great. And they did not find a Phoenix, thank God. Yeah, I like this hand a lot. I just don't know why there's Teferi's in our blue-red deck. It's really confusing. How do we even cast it? Sick. No Phoenix discard. I like it. I probably should at some point read. I just enjoy Nexus way too much as a magic card. It makes me so happy. I don't currently have an answer to a Drake. I kind of want to keep this. Means we don't get to Insight next turn, which is awkward. Yeah, Crackling Drakes could just be very good. I'm willing to believe that, Freed. I just have a problem and like taking turns. This Lava Coil is kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure what to do with it. Guess I bin it. Try and hit like an Ionize or something. Like, I kind of want to spend next turn inciting rather than killing their Drake as a problem. If they have a Drake. Play Modern if you want to take turns. You get to play Lotus Cobra in Modern taking turns. How's that a fair magic card? Where's my Lava Coil? Why haven't I drawn a Lava Coil this game? I'm so unlucky. We have like 2 of them in the deck. So ridiculously unlucky not to have drawn a Lava Coil at any point in this game. I mean, if they kill us with a Crackling Drake, I don't want to have to trade Niv-Mizzet with a Crackling Drake, right? I don't think putting Niv-Mizzet on the board instantly wins the game for us like it does for them. Yeah, oh, I should have incited in response, because then they could have a Spell Pierce. Want to buy a Lava Coil. Know the feeling. I don't know, Freed. Still not sure how good the deck is, but everyone's playing it. Tanner, thanks for gifting a sub to Steven. Appreciate it. Appreciate the extra support. It means a lot to me. Unsubbed mods, I know, right? And welcome to the Knights of Autumn, Steven. Murmuring, yeah, this card's kind of disgusting here. Honestly feels kind of dead. Maybe Niv-Mizzet's good enough though. Ooh. Interesting. So we can slam Teferi. Tuck the Drake. Or plus. But I don't get to kill the Drake. I'm definitely casting this, I just don't know what I'm doing with it. Like, attacking the Drake just buys me a lot of time. Plussing means we can... Like, if they cast any spells, we can go to Justice Strike the Drake, which is kind of nice. It, like, soaks up 5 damage, which makes this Niv-Mizzet more likely to be relevant. Okay. I'm not sure how much I like this, but I think this is the best option we have, so... Oh my god, Steven. Alright, so they cast any spells, the Drake dies. Next time we get to slam Niv and cross our fingers that it's good enough. Niv plus Nexus is a combo, in fact. In that, as a friend of mine likes to say, Niv-Mizzet combos with the rules of the game. So I can kill the bird, which forces them to cast a spell, which means they're tapped out, but that's not too relevant for sake of Niv. Do we show a bird some justice? I don't think we do. I think we just let this happen. God, this can kill Niv-Mizzet. That's kind of sad. Takes a while though. I don't think I just let the Teferi go. Teferi's done its job. It's like added a card to the yard for search, done a decent fog impression. It's like not an impressive use of a Teferi, but I think it's fine. Honestly. Dude, I want to chart a course. Or do I just... I think I just Justice Strike the Drake. They did freed. Let's do this. How have the Nexuses been? They've been very good. I've been very pleased with them. So I can dump this, flip Azcanta, cast Niv-Miz. That way I don't take 2 damage. Or I can keep this on top because it helps us cast Lyra a bit later. It costs us 2 life, but it's probably fine. If they didn't have counter magic mana up, what I'd do is dump the Glacial, play the Steam Vent's Nexus, and then try and hit an 8th land so we could Niv with like this up, but... This might be incorrect. I think the 2 life is actually kind of worth something here. If they cast any spells, then we're going to draw towards our next land drops anyway. So, this is fine. Black is for the dispersal half that no one ever casts. Is it basically free? I've definitely seen people with like, even just 8 check lands in their deck have these openers of like 2 or 3 check lands, and it gets awkward. Yeah, Watery Grave is actually a real cost as well. Alright, they are 3 cards, 3 spells away from researching this. Whoa! That is rude. That is so rude, opponent. Jeez. Guess they're in trouble. Can't actually answer this Mystic right now. The Firemind's research is actually, like, not looking garbage. It's gonna draw them a lot of cards. They get to hold up counter magic here to stop us resolving anything. Alright, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I just want to pass the turn, and if they go to activate research, we can maybe Nexus. Otherwise we can Nexus in their end step. I mean, the research is kind of doing work here, Freed. Honestly, it's looking pretty great. It's currently got 2 cards stored up. Wait, like, if they... Yeah, now it gets a 5th counter, so it threatens to kill us even. Like, the 5th counter means they have 6, 11, they can put us to 3. Yeah, I think the research is looking great here, personally. I think it's looking quite reasonable. Jeez, they have Spell Pierce in their deck? God. Oh. This matchup, though. Like, I don't know. I've always felt like these blue-red Drake's decks are already good against control without Spell Pierces, but just because they have so many Niv-Mizzets in their list, like they probably have like at least 2 Niv-Mizzets in their list, right? We did take out Wrath. My thinking on taking out Wrath was that Lyra does basically the same thing. And Wrath is very hard to resolve against Negates and Spell Pierces and such. Don't know if that's like correct for me to take out Wrath, but that was my thinking on it. I don't think it's like unreasonable. How many times has Mystic got me? I just don't... The problem is I just don't think Cleansing Nova is a good answer to Mystic. Lyra is also not very good versus Research. Indeed. You're not wrong. We're pretty bad against a Research in general is the problem. Like, I'm not... I think we just are generally going to struggle against Research, is the thing. Maybe we take out the Lyras and bring the Novas back in, though. Like, try and make room for a couple Negates, even. So we can actually fight over things more. Those birds weren't pirates. It is true. They have a Fight with Fires in their deck too, right? Which make the Lyras less exciting. Yeah, they're willing to play Fight with Fire. I think I just want these back in that case. I think Niv-Mizzet's still good enough against Fight with Fire, but like Lyra isn't. It's my suspicion. Alright, let's try this. That's fair, Freed. Problem is we can't play everything. Something has to go right. I hate these hands. Just like any hand without a draw to feels like without Chemister's Insight is just so good. Like Chemister's Insight has spoiled me, honestly. It's like unreal how much better Chemister's Insight is than Glimmer of Genius was. Like, Glimmer of Genius was just like super medium. Because Chemister's Insight feels like it gives you like this weird inevitability. Whilst also doing like the hitting your land drops thing at the same time. They could have an Azcanta we want to syncopate, I guess. I hated Glimmer. Glimmer was really overrated. I never understood why people loved it so much. Like, the idea of playing 4 Glimmer of Genius in a deck just made like my stomach turn. Hieroglyphic Illumination was just much better at that sort of draw 2 role. But, like, Chemister's Insight is a whole new league above both of them. Yeah, Chemister's Insight just buries your opponent in the late game, like, on the spot. Resolves. Could be setting up a Phoenix with it, but we can't really fight over that. I'd much rather use the Syncopates to fight over a Drake or a Murmuring Mystic. I'm genuinely, it's really weird. This is the first tournament in a long time where I felt like I have like almost zero read on what the meta is gonna look like. It's like really hard to know if green black's gonna be like 10% of the room or like 35, you know? There are like all these weirdo decks that just like I have no idea how represented they're going to be either. Like, how many people are really going to play blue-red Drakes? Who knows? I haven't considered that elk. That could be reasonable. That is like not a terrible suggestion by any means. If I cast Teferi, it's just getting countered 100%, so I guess I just pass the turn back. It's like kind of a sad time to pass the turn back, because we're a bit at risk of missing land drops, but it's definitely the plan. Beacon Bolt. So much for Niv-Mizzet, jeez. They are ready for Niv-Mizzet, apparently. Just exile the stupid thing. Yeah, Syncopate's pretty great here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, Steven, don't go there. Yeah, exactly, Tanner. Like, all the lists are varying so much at the same time, too, at the moment. God, holding up Iron, if they have a Spell Pierce, it's so insane against me here. And like, holding up Ionize is legitimately great, is the problem. Oh, this is a spot. Yeah, we probably pass again. I think I agree. It's really heartbreaking. think I agree. Hey, or I'm doing very well today, thank you. Got a whole bunch of jobs done this morning and headed down to a local park for like 45 minutes just to relax and listen to some podcasts, watch some squirrels. So I'm actually feeling pretty good. Feeling quite good. I mean, opponent has like a kind of inevitability. Right, well, this is where it turns out they didn't have Spell Pierce all along. And now we suck for not being able to resolve our Teferi here. I'm gonna run out Niv-Mizzet. They can probably Beacon Bolt it in their turn, but whatever. At least it cantrips. If we untap, it wins the game. If it cantrips, it like digs us towards land drops and distracts our opponent for a turn. Aw, thanks, aw. Come on, dragon. Let me keep my dragon, somehow, some way. Did they stroke it just to get their Beacon Bolt count up? Yeah, that was the power up bolt, Luke. I agree. Yeah. It was just a power up bolt. Hey, Gatekeeper. Which, you know, I'm pretty happy with. If just eating up a disdainful stroke has been part of. Oh my god, this is absurd. This is so amazing. Niv-Mizzet. Good timing, Gatekeeper. You triple Ionize and Niv-Mizzet for damage. Did you win that game, Charlie, or? I assume you only tell that story if you win that game. Otherwise, it just feels really awkward and your opponent, like, raises their eyebrow after the game's done. Beacon Bolt time. You're saying I get to resolve a Teferi? Is that what you're saying? I'm kind of into everything that's happening right now, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of great. Alright, I'm gonna use this Nexus as an explore. Because hitting land drops in these mirrors, in like, these blue mirrors is just so good. It digs us a card deeper towards like an Ionize or something like that. So I could tuck this, but I think I just want to plus. Get card drawing. Now the Teferi is on the table. That's not bad. Probably not good enough though. Have we considered Experimental Frenzy plus Time Walks? We have not. Ooh, the Drake army. Let's find another fire. Oh no, we can copy Fiery. What the hell? What is this nonsense? I think I just draw two. Yeah, I think I'm just going to draw two for now, and we can, if we don't draw a Nexus, then we can go for the Cannonade play. Kind of like this. This gives us the most looks towards a Nexus. And now we can Chemister's Insight and still get to see a Nexus, right? Then we don't get to hold up Syncopate though. I might just want to hold up Syncopate at this point, so I can Cannonade, copy, and then I have 4, 5, 6 mana up, which is a pretty good Syncopate. Alright. Yeah, if we clear this, we're probably fine. Agreed. Are your Drakes pirates, opponent? What creature type are they? I have to know. Pretty sure they're not pirates. Sure, resolves. I guess they get to draw some cards with research, but we get to draw many, many more cards than them. God, I love Chemisters and I love Expansion Explosion way too much. It's like kind of unreasonable. Just so ludicrously flexible. Do I want to counter this one? Stop them getting discarding a Phoenix. I guess if they have a Phoenix, I just get to shoot it with Explosion. Alright, whatever. I should play quicker. We've got 5 minutes left. What am I doing? I need to play quicker. We're also already through like an explosion and we're probably using up another one soon. So I should probably copy this. It only leaves me with 2 explosions to win the game with. It draws me so many cards. I think we're going to be fine. Upkeep. We can spell pierce this. Rude. Yeah, Negate's rude here for sure. Wow, they counted the wrong one. Jeez, brutal. Must be. Alright, I'm gonna be playing fast, not looking at chat. You know the drill. Alright. I just get to Dome Teferi for 5 here. That sucks. Whatever. We'll live. There's a reason the leaves turn red in autumn. Jeez. That's a lot. Wow. There should be, Luke. There should be. Damn. See you, Jake. Not reading. It happens every time, Alec. We all know what happens. I can't help myself. How have they not found Phoenixes? What is going on? Just like casually removed all the Phoenixes from that deck. Nice. I should have upkeeped that. I suck. That's fine. My heart will go on. Think we have an explosion in our deck? I certainly hope we do. Otherwise we are probably not winning this in time. Oh, that was not a good one to discard. Oh well, we have Azcanta. Game is over. Nice. Hey, that's quite a good magic card. And now they're dead. Now they are in fact dead. But I'm going to draw some cards on my way out. Alright. Ah! 2.5 minutes. So much time. Just like infinite time. God. That was great. That was great. Woo! They're dead, but I'm gonna draw some cards first. We could have taken many, many turns. Right, I'm gonna head to the bathroom a sec before the next one and get some more water. We'll be back momentarily. If I 5-0, I am required to do that, Gabroff. Sure. We'll just say I'm required to do that. I'm gonna regret that in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Let's be realistic. All right. Oh. fog, but more misty. Wow. That's incredible. Oh. Damn. Are we calling this deck Turbo Mist? Alright. Hand doesn't interact with the board till turn 5. Keep. This might be a mulligan. I don't know. Has lands. I said a low bar. Ooh, control mirror. Look at me keeping my no removal hand in the control mirror. I'm just like so prepared. Just like 100% prepared for this control mirror. Incoming Enigma Drake. I roll over and die. I don't know, Elk. I do not know. Azcanta. Guess I'm just drawing 2 here. Try and find an Ionize before they slam a Teferi. If I find an Ionize, I get to cast Azcanta in my turn, which is nice. Get a card out of my hand. Alright. Well, I guess we can afford to discard this Justice Strike. It's not the end of the world. Hey, Sadie. Hey, Lassie. Good to see you. I could just fire off this insight. We've got like plenty of stuff in our deck we're happy to discard if we draw, right? Problem is, like, at this point, can't really afford to go for Search plus Ionize because of the stupid expansion. Yes, we can. Like, they tap, almost completely tap out, and then we get to do some nonsense. Alright, whatever. See ya, Tana. Have a good day. Ooh, they're playing Sinister Sabotage. Alright, hopefully they don't get a Teferi in play this turn. If they don't, we're probably a big favourite. Like, next time we pass the turn, end of turn Nexus. Get a counterspell out of them. We'll get 2 turns in a row to resolve a Teferi, either or. These Nexi look great here. You want Ionize. Just because it's really easy to cast. Like, imagine if we had a second Ionize in here, we could cast both in the same turn. Whereas, we cannot cast 2... Excuse me a moment. We cannot cast 2 Sabotages in the same turn, right? Yeah, exactly, Squirmit. Nice. Draw 2. I guess they can probably resolve their own Teferi now. But I think that's fine, because we've got these Nexi in hand. Let's Ionize to fight over it, get a counter out of the way, so we can probably like resolve our next Teferi. Yeah, Time Walks. Time Walks are pretty good in the control mirror. I'll say that. What? Does this do anything? I mean, I guess I counter it anyway. It gets the expansion out their hand and taps them out, right? And then they die. Just doesn't do anything, though. It doesn't matter, but they're clearly signaling expansion. So I guess I want to get it out of their hand. Or just, like, get that countered. That's also good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play around Syncopate, but not Negate. Alright. I think I'm just going to do this. Cool. Easy game. End of turn we get Insight. God, these Nexuses are so messed up in these mirrors. It's actually absurd how advantaged I feel in the mirror. Right. Hey, Fax. Good morning. I'm making you not want to play green-black. Yeah. Ooh, look at that Syncopate. Called it. Whatever. We will survive. Our heart will go on. Do I just want to pass a triple counterspell up to ultimate my Teferi for sure? I guess that's the plan. Rather than drawing 2 to dig for a Nexus. Evening. Good evening, Fax. I'm going to completely forget everyone's time zone, by the way, but it's nice to pretend that I will remember. Wow, this is ambitious. Okay, I think I'm interested in stone raining them a bit. I think that sounds entirely reasonable to me. Just like take out some of these lands here. They got too many lands for my tastes. To be playing Parun to Teferi for the Rubbins. Oh my god, just to stone rain them. The dream. I'm not going to do this upkeep because I want to get rid of their red source first, so they can't Ionize. Opponent is playing for the clock. Luckily our version kills really fast thanks to Explosion being messed up. Nexus has been awesome. I've been very pleased with them. You board them out against like a lot of the aggressive decks. But they let you go completely over the top of the mirrors and such, which is nice. Oh, that makes sense, Vex. I should just say good afternoon then. Yeah. I think you're right. It's way more sensible. Just give me an explosion. There are explosions in here somewhere. Oh. Yep. So unlucky. How do we ever win this? Oh wow, we untapped so many lands. How do we ever win this game? This deck is sweet, Chantal. I'm in love. It's amazing. It makes me deeply happy. We get to do complete nonsense. How are you doing, Chantal? There we go, F6, I found it. Where are our explosions? We do have them in the deck, right? We've just drawn like 0 explosions so far to kill our opponent with. So we're just like sat here spinning our wheels forever and ever. I guess I just cast this like 4th Teferi. One day, one day. Glad to hear you're doing well, Chantal. No, I would not like to put that in the yard. Thank you for asking so nicely, though. Alright, let's let them draw some cards. They've been feeling bad over there for the last few minutes. Cool. Oh my gosh, literally exploding at their face. Chantal, do you like the Wall of Mist tech? Oh. Jeskai Control and Standard is way more like an EDH deck. Yeah, you're not wrong. Wall of Mist, a Danto Vanguard. You can just never beat a Danto Vanguard. This is our desperation attempt at beating a Danto Vanguard. I suspect it is worse than Seal Away. However, it is much more memey than Seal Away, and that has value. Look at this. Just like 6 cards in, 6 cards out, perfect boarding. Get to keep in these Justice Strikes for like Niv-Mizzets, if need be, and pretend that they'll actually do enough when they really won't. What we actually get to do is have easy discards to our Chemister's Insights. Oh my god. I suspect Sea Legs is not what we are looking for, but Wall of Mist is like a Seal Away that can change its target. Exactly. It's also like a Seal Away that domes them for 4 every time you cast a Clarion. Because they have to like keep trying to save that Vanguard. It's a Seal Away that can actually block History of Benalia tokens. Okay then, I guess we keep this. Got counter magic. If they have search on 2, I'm gonna cry, but otherwise this is great. So oh my god. Every time they don't have search on 2, I just like breathe the biggest sigh of relief. Hey Skepti. Infest and foil Wall of Mists. What the hell? Oh, that's so much more awkward for us than History of Benalia. Alright, we're in trouble. His Finale you can just negate. How do we negate this? That's a good draw. I don't know how I do this. This is like the second day in a row that's happened when my opponent slammed some unbeatable free drop in control mirrors. It's like actual second day in a row that's happened. No second war boss. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, opponent. It was very timely. I do not know how I'm so lucky, but I am quite lucky. I'm glad I didn't concede. Props to Past Autumn for not conceding. No Syncopate, thank you. I guess we drew the Syncopate. Is this the game where we -3 a Goblin token? All signs point to yes. Oh, they're gonna miss a land drop. We can but dream of such a fateful day. Oh, nice land drops, opponent. Nice land drops. Alright, good 15. Am I drawing two to guarantee my land drop? I think I am. It's kind of sad to have to discard like a good spell. Ooh, if they cast something we can counter though, that's great for us. They take back everything. Now we get to Teferi, minus. You like exploding the token. I don't hate it. Great for us was a generous description. Great for us was maybe a generous description. Right, killing the goblin so that we can minus the Teferi and not insta-lose the Teferi. I say as they slam another war boss. We feel sad. Oh, we're pretty far ahead at the moment if they don't have a creature here. Explosion. I mean, I'm going to counter this. It taps them out, right? Taps them out. Maybe we can do something next turn. At the very least, we can cast the Nexus as an Explore, just to, like, keep powering out land drops. Land drops are great. Yeah, I'm just going to Explore here. Getting ahead on land drops and control mirrors is so good. 7 mana Explore, surprisingly good in these control mirrors. I guess we can just pass the turn now. I could have resolved a big explosion here, but just want to have my Counter Magic up. An Insight on their end step. Niv-Mizzet with counter backup. Oh, they are drawing the Niv-Mizzet soon. That's a problem. They have a counter spell to protect it. God. This is actually really awkward for us. 1, 2, 3. We can draw 3 and have Negate up. So I guess I'd just rather draw 2, draw 2. I just need to find a Teferi, like, very soon. Problem is, Teferi tucking this just means they're going to get to keep casting it. Niv-Mizzet's so good. This might become a race against the clock. God, I wish I knew what I was doing here. Alright. No idea if this is correct. Interesting. I mean, we have to get the Niv-Mizzet off board. So, I guess I'm casting this. I'm letting them draw a card. Awesome. Kind of at parity now. They have a few more cards than us, but we have more land drops. And we have a Chemister's Insight in the yard. Teach you how to draw. I'm not sure I could. I don't even know myself sometimes how I do that. Am I discarding the Syncopate to draw 2? I think I am. It's like getting pretty dead now. Damn. These don't have a Syncopate. Alright. Gross. Oh, they just want to resolve it as, sure, whatever. Their insights are worse than ours, because we still have a Niv-Mizzet in our deck and they've probably used theirs up. And we also have Nexus of Fates in our deck. I'm gonna cast this now, hit my land drops. It's like a bit scary. Now I don't have triple counterspell up. So maybe it's not worth it. It is a bit risky. Especially after they've just drawn 2. Maybe that's just incorrect. We already have like more land drops than them anyway. Alright, they're just doing this. Sure. I'll have the answer on top. I always do. It's how it works. Alright. Derp, derp, derp. Discard the Sacred Foundry. Nexus of Fate. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really want to cast it yet though. I kind of want an advantage engine in play, like a Teferi or something. So I think I'm just going to pass the turn. They're going to get to draw so many cards though. End step is probably fine. Guess. Are there any decent Selesnya lists? Nope. Quick answer, no. Apologies to all Selesnya lists, but I'm just gonna let it go to that turn. And cast this Nexus in their end step, maybe. Selesnya cannot beat Clarion. Accurate. Accurate statement. Longer answer. No. Oh, that's great. I'm kind of worried. The running draw 2's pretty threatening here. Are there any correct lists not running blue? I mean, green-black decks are great, right? Green-black's just the best deck at the moment. From what we know so far. God, I wish we had a Teferi or an Explosion or a Search or something we could sneak down here by using the Nexus. I think I'm just going to cycle the Nexus at this point, though. That's okay, Cat, sorry. My sarcasm filter's, like, not the best. There's 2 GPs this weekend, Luke. There's one in America, too. Hey, rewarded. So rewarded. Jeez. So lucky. Yeah, it would be that weird, so Sadie, for sure. Would not be that strange. Yeah, New Jersey. Yeah. That's the one. I mean, there are 2 easy solutions to that, Luke. One is you change your name. The other is you have found your mortal enemy. I guess it's not a solution, but you know. Stupid war bosses. These are so good. Like, kind of great. God damn. Alright. I mean, we've got this blink of an eye. Whatever. I guess then they get to recast it, but if they do that, they're tapped out, which doesn't seem great for them. Come on, just recast it. Recast it, friend. What's the best deck for leagues? Probably black-green because it's the best deck. To be fair, the leagues have been pretty prepared for black-green. So I could see that not being the case. People are like pretty prepared for black-green online. I'm currently thinking I'm taking black-green, but I am enjoying messing around with this deck and it has felt very reasonable to me. Take this deck. Maybe. Maybe. Phoenix deck seems decent. It seems fine. Shock expansion. Explosion. With negate backup, just draw a minion. Maybe that's just good. Just like draw a whole new hand and then threaten to go off next turn. Let them have their stupid war boss. This is our penultimate. I don't like this. Just draw a new hand of cards. And then we probably go off next turn, even through like a counter spell or 2. That would be quite inappropriate, Luke. Not gonna lie. That would be somewhat inappropriate. Alright, I think we can... It's kind of awkward, we didn't draw any counter magic. It's possible we don't get to go off next turn, but I'm hoping we can. Oh, they get to do some stuff, but... Alright, we're now dead on board. If they untap, cool. Nice punishment. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God. So just double counterspell gets us. I guess I lead with Teferi then. That would also be bad, Stephen. Oh. Alright. Damn, they're not even... Oh, they're holding up expansion. They're sneakily holding up expansion. Sneaky. We haven't played a land yet this turn, right? I don't think we have. Cool. So this means we can Nexus if they fight back. I kind of just want to make sure the Nexus resolves this turn, though. That's all that matters, right? Just resolving Nexus. If we resolve Nexus, we win the game. Yeah, just whatever. Have your stupid counter. And then we get to get a search down and like start fully going off. Yeah, this is great. This is excellent. Alright, upkeep. Cast my Nexus. This is such a good trump in control mirrors, it's just absurd. Hey, dragon friend. How you doing? How are you doing today, my glorious dragon friend? This is gonna get justice striked. I should play this shockland, or tap differently, or something. I guess I'm activating Azcanta though. Whatever. If they want to cantrip off my Niv-Mizzet, they can do that. We will survive. Yeah. Deal. Neither of these are Nexuses. A little bit concerning. No longer concerning. You tap out, you die. Hey. Dece. I really hope we still have an expansion explosion in the deck. I hope this every time we get to this point in the game. Hey, we do. Awesome. They are dead. Cool. We conceded. Frio. We are on the road. On the road to locking it in. God damn. What am I doing to myself? Oh. Alright. Next match. NEXT. Six and 1 in games. I mean, we were 7-3 in matches with this yesterday, and one of the matches we lost, we threw. So it's actually looking pretty decent. It means we're like what, 10-3, like kind of 11-2 if we hadn't punted. Goreclaw already locked in. Bill, got my copies. Four words, come on. 4 foil Goreclaws already. Ready and waiting to pump some other 4-power creatures. Opponent is 4-0, which means they're almost certainly on black-green. Because what else would you play at 4-0? I like how I just keep any hand with, like, lands in. My bar for keeping a hand with this deck is, do I have at least 3 lands? Boros. I was hoping it was a nice calming Jeskai mirror. Instead, we're just gonna die. Sad. Interesting black-green tech. Yep. Sure is. Didn't have the unbeatable Vanguard, it's a start. Oh boy, that's a good magic card. Is it bad? I just want to blink that. This is not going well. Like it on the record, this game is not going well. We're gonna draw a white source into Clarion. I'm gonna go down to 16. Next turn we're taking 8, so we get to resolve a Chemister's Insight next turn. Which is not the worst. Wall of Mist would be great. Wall of Mist would be pretty good here. I feel like we have enough expensive things already without adding Oath of Teferi. As much as I enjoy a good Oath of Teferi. The curve on this deck is already quite high. Alright, just please give me a white source or something. Don't let me roll over and die. Thank you. Tilt. Good. Good, good, good. Gab of the huge raid. Thank you so much. Welcome to everyone joining us. Currently 3-0 with some Jeskai control. Deck is kind of sick. I think I'm just gonna Justice Strike this, hold up Ionize. Is huge an upgrade or downgrade to massive? I'm gonna go with upgrade, but the unbeatable magic card. Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense. Am I just luck incarnate? Probably luck incarnate, if we're being honest. I'm gonna get lightning struck out of the game. It's gonna be brutal. Kinda wanted to Teferi minus. Just like play this tapped. Just get their creature out of play, take as little damage as possible here. If they want to strike the Teferi, that means they're not striking our face, right? And then next turn we'll have Cleansing Nova mana for anything they play now. Provided they don't play a Danto Vanguard, or True Name Nemesis. Blink of an Eye is in the graveyard. Oh, we have a Cleansing Nova. What am I talking about? Yeah, resolves. Hidden mode. Hidden mode. Took me a moment. Took me a moment. But this card has a hidden mode, apparently. Alright. This is kind of great. Choose the right one. 5 mana Disenchant. Just like exactly what we put this card in our deck for. Obviously. I could shock myself to draw 2. I'm just worried about my life total. Drawing 2 also gets us closer to Nexuses, that we end the game quicker. I guess 6 and 4 isn't that different. We die to double Lightning Strike either way. And they probably don't have shock, yeah. Thanks for the bits, Chris. Appreciate it. I think I'm just going to shock myself here. Thanks, Schultz. Ooh, Hellcat MTG. Thank you for coming in, Night of Autumn. I appreciate you. Hey, Cat. Everyone, put some hearts in chat for our new sub. Thanks for that Twitch Prime support. Another binding, or history. I will happily counter that. It's like kind of unfortunate, like, it's so likely Insight draws us into a Clarion or something, but I think this just buys us a lot of time. Oh my gosh. So many hearts in chat today. That's amazing. And now we get to do a big explosion, I guess. Pass the turn with explosion up. Or, I could just draw 2. Try and find a search and get that down. I guess we just pass the turn with explosion up though. Get our value, untap our steam vents here. Oh, thanks, Kat. I'm glad you like it so much. It is kind of adorable. The bit war is real. What is this? A Lyra? How do we ever beat a Lyra? Lyra Dawnbringer, such a strong magic card. We can't actually shoot the Lyra, amusingly, after I just said that. Sick. They don't even know we have Nexuses in our deck, because they didn't force us to play on. That's kind of sick. Although we're boarding some out against them, I imagine. I think this is not really the Nexus matchup. Alright, so these Wall of Mists are coming in. I would like to be able to beat a Danto Vanguard. Apparently that's how we beat Danto Vanguard. Apparently. I need the blink of an eye for Ixalan's Binding, Spyglass, etc. I kind of want to keep the Novas in. I also want like Cannonades for history tokens, but they have Lyras in their deck. So Cannonade's good against history tokens and Knight. It's pretty bad against the rest of their deck, because they go so much bigger than the white we need X. I think we just don't want these. Between Novas and Clarions, I think we're going to be fine. Will they have Lyra after sideboard? Probably not, but the fact they're playing Lyras means their build's just generally bigger, and they're going to have less X2s that get swept up by the sweepers, I suspect. If we see, like, the Rabble Mentor post-board, I might board Cannonades in. Minus Syncopates on the draw, yeah, I think I like that. It's kind of awkward because they're like cheap interaction, but could just go down to the one Nexus. Thing is, Nexus is really nice specifically against the card Banefire, but we've got Lyras to help with that post board. This will probably be fine. Aw, thanks for the cheers, Leon. Appreciate it. Is there any possibility that the Gleaming Barrier... The 5th toughness does matter. The 5th toughness gets to block Goblin Chainwelder. Because a 4 toughness creature, you block Goblin Chainwelder and then they cast another Chainwelder and you feel like... You just like regret everything. The 5th toughness is actually really nice against Chainwelder. Weirdly. Yeah, I might just want Lava Coils as well. It's just, this doesn't kill the X5s. It does kill Tajik, which is relevant. I'm gonna try this until I've seen more of their list, but I might be underboarding here. I might just want like mono removal. Oh, Phoenix, geez, you're right. I forgot Phoenix was a thing. for sure. Yeah, Phoenix probably just means we're meant to board in Lava Coil regardless. So that's fine. Wall of Mist is going to block a Danto Vanguard forever and buy us a lot of time. Let's see how embarrassing this Wall of Mist looks. I'm curious to see how embarrassing this Wall of Mist looks. Currently not looking embarrassing, but anything could happen. Opponent's gonna snap concede to... Whoa, they have blue in their deck. They're playing the Jeskai version of like negates. Maybe Teferis. Jeez. Alright. That is a thing. Can't Justice Strike Wall of Mist. I mean, you can Justice Strike Wall of Mist. It doesn't go terribly well though. Yeah, we get to Wrath and keep our 0-5 in play. It's great. Get to give our Wall of Mist lifelink. Get him. Wall of Mist, hidden mode, hexproof. Is this where they hold up negate? Alright. That's kind of fine. We've got like a backup Clarion for next turn anyway. And the expansion can fight over another negate if they have a second one. So like gonna take a bit of damage here, but this is honestly fine. Syncopate. Oh, that answers Lyra too. That's really smart. If they're playing blue for counter magic, this way they have like more play against Lyra. They don't need as much removal against her. Surge Power is much harder to cast, especially on turn 2. Like, maybe it's fine. I kind of like how easy Wall of Mist is to cast, though. They also have Teferi, so yeah, that's scary. It's not like a lot we can do about that here, though. I still feel like I have to go for the sweeper. You wonder how often the blue mana sources screw them? I don't imagine they get color screwed very much. I could see having some issues with... like drawing a bunch of buddy lands together though, depending on how many they're playing. Like, buddy lands do get surprisingly awkward in multiples. Like, if you go as high as 12 in your deck, you're just gonna get opening hands with 3 buddy lands. A bunch, which is really, really irritating. Kinda need to draw our own Teferi to answer their Teferi. Maybe Lyra's just bad if they play Teferi. Like, if they have like 4 Teferis in their deck, Lyra's probably like horrendous. Yeah, we want negates. I think I agree. It's not like obvious. Like, I didn't like. Obviously, we didn't see blue mana game 1. We just thought they were on normal Boros, which I don't like negate against at all. But against this like weird Jeskai aberration, negate actually sounds very good to me. Yeah, buddy lands are check lands. You try and shoot Teferi? I think I just want to kill a soldier, a knight, and hope that we can take the Teferi off the board properly. I don't think we're gonna like deal with Teferi nicely by just exploding it a few times. I think we're gonna die if that's our plan. God, this Lyra looks horrendous. Which I guess is like why they're doing what they're doing, right? That is probably the main motivation. I guess if they minus on the Lyra, it means they're not drawing a card. I wonder if they even, they definitely have Adanto Vanguards in still. I guess they just cut Lyra's, maybe Aurelia's to make room for counter magic post board. Yeah. That's interesting, Cambo. There is a Discord. If you connect them up, you should be able to find it in your settings somewhere. This has been a great game for Jeskai. Jeskai is just winning every game this match, Chris. Yeah, it's way easier on desktop. Banefire. Yep. So we need a Teferi this turn. If we draw one, we might actually be in a not terrible position. We could tuck their Teferi, have Ionize back up to try and force our Teferi through. Do we have any answers? I'm not convinced we do. Well, we have Blink of an Eye, I think. Yeah, we have Blink of an Eye. So we have one answer. If they somehow don't have counter magic, we have one answer. Alright. That was a strange game. Right, we're boarding differently. If they're playing Teferis, we're like 100% boarding differently. Take out these Lyras, bring in a couple Negates, bring a Nexus back in, bring in the Syncopates. I don't want to trim on Justice Strikes, is that crazy? Ooh, glad you found it, Cambo. That's good news. Hey, what does Justice Strike hit if they're taking out Lyras? Just like nothing? Yeah, Clarion kills almost everything. So I've got one slot left in the deck now. I don't think I want it to be a Teferi because I'm kind of scared of binding. I guess I have got Novas for binding, so maybe it's not the end of the world. I've got these... Yeah, I think I agree we need more big stuff. One of these. When is Clarion better than Cannonade here? Good question. Yeah. Cannonade does seem better than Clarion, agreed. I think Niv-Mizzet seems bad. They aren't casting that many instants. It just gets hit by binding into Teferi. I can lifelink my walls, you are correct. I need one of these, I think. Just like one more big thing. Almost wonder if I can cut a Nova for one of these. Like, I've got Negates to help deal with binding now. Seems decent. What am I doing? Yeah, if I'm cutting it over, I want the 4th Teferi. Okay. This is fine. This seems fine to me. Let's try this. You like only 4 sweepers? Maybe. I don't know. I do feel like there are games where we just like lose to their early like histories and stuff, but we also have negates that counter histories early. It's kind of tough. This hand does not seem great to me. We need to run so many land drops to get there, and even then it's like fine, but kind of just want to make sure I have land drops. God, this is so much worse. Uh-huh. Like, I kind of want this because I'm scared of their early aggressive starts, but I also just want to hit land drops. I guess once I hit my 4th land drop, I get to kick the blink. I feel like the wall buys me a lot of time against their early creatures. Yeah, we probably keep. It's like kind of a sad keep. But it's probably a necessary evil. Just need to hope to like rip a land and an insight fairly quickly. Alright, look at us keeping the Wall of Mist on top. So good. I don't think the pinging is too relevant. And I think it's really nice that Wall of Mist can block Goblin Chainwhirler and not die to Chainwhirler pings post-combat, which is something the 0-4 doesn't get to do. Yeah, it also blocks pumped Knight tokens for sure. That's also very relevant. Alright. Resolves. They're just trying to hold up a counterspell forever. Interesting. I mean, land drops are wonderful, but I guess we're technically treading water at the moment. Thanks, Schultz. Appreciate you. I mean, it's not certain Wall of Mist is constructed playable. We're just trying it out, though. It's been, like, fine so far, honestly. It's been weirdly fine so far. Alright. If they do nothing, then end of turn I can, blink a Vanguard or something. Yeah, it's a bit surprising, the 3-color aggro. Oh my god, they're just holding up a million pieces of counter magic. Terrifying. We are actually playing Wall of Mist. This is the world we do in fact live in. It's actually been kind of decent. Like, answering Vanguard is not easy. Please don't have land to Teferi Negate. We have given our Wall of Mist lifelink. Right? Dealing 2 to ourselves is actually really bad. I think I'm just going to keep hoping they don't have the next land. Like, dealing 2 to ourselves here is just, like, loses us a turn. If they have 7th land to Teferi Negate, then we lose, but... So Wall of Mist has gained us, what, 15 life? In before they cast Nexus. Oh my god. History of Dominaria. I mean, we can't beat that at the moment. They just 100% have a counterspell, right? I want to draw one more land and then I can Nexus in their end step to try and resolve a Teferi. Maybe their hand sucks. I mean, they have 5 spells, we know that. I think I'm just going to wait and draw the 7th land and then end step Nexus. We lose to Banefire that way. But I'm not convinced we're beating Banefire anyway. This Wall of Mists has been reasonable, for sure. Yeah. And his counters for sure, yeah. I think that is the case. We hit one more land drop, we get to end step a Nexus, which is really threatening. Gives us a very good chance at resolving a Teferi. We're dead to Banefire next turn. But that is fine. Cannot beat them all. Terrifying. Alright. Start jamming into their counterspells. Syncopate. Yep. Uh-huh. Land is good. I think I have to do this. If they have counterspell plus Teferi, we're in like a really bad situation, but we can't just sit here not doing anything, right? We're just gonna die in like 2 turns if we do that. Can I wait 1 turn and Teferi plus Ionize next turn? Or do I just have to go for it right this second? Alright. Yeah, I think I meant to counter. Doesn't feel great though. Sure. That deck actually, like, obviously we mulled to 5, but that deck feels like a legitimately tough matchup. Just like jamming 10 counter spells into Boros. Yeah. Like, pulls our deck in a bunch of weird directions. Like, also we mulled to 5 and had no divinations. So there's that. The 5-0 Dream is dead. Rip the 5-0 Dream. Right. Before we hop in the final match, I'm quickly going to head to the bathroom. I will leave the list up for all those who've joined recently. Chair is not blocking Mew. Chair is decidedly not blocking Mew. Sorry, just a sec. Oh, you did lie. Okay. You are aware of your deceitful nature. This deck looks like it's going to have hands where it plays 3 tap lands in a row and can't beat anything. Well, welcome to 3 color control decks in this format. It happens. You also have games where you cast Teferis and you beat everything. Those are pretty good games. That is a not unreasonable timeout, Phil. Yeah. I guess. Right, is this Boros? Oh wait, it is just Boros because of the Guild Gate. I was like, is this Boros or Jeskai? Obviously it's the one that... Yeah. Herpaderp. Sure. I guess it's technically better to lead a retreat, then we could draw like a red source, or it's Naya Ramp. Oh my god. Gab warping the metagame. If I tried the token generator, I have not. I can see it being reasonable. But I have not tried it out yet. I think when you're playing Nexus, you probably don't play it just because you already have like a bunch of expensive things to do with your mana. You don't count Mono Blue as a real tempo deck. I mean, Phyrexian Arena on a creature is kinda tempo. Phyrexian Arena on a creature with counterspell backup. Yeah, the Mono Blue deck is depressing, but it is a real deck. It's quite reasonable. How does Nexus feel about the mana ramp? I've been pretty happy with it. It's not very good against aggressive decks, but against any of the mid-range decks, it's like pretty good. And in the control mirrors, it's like completely absurd. Just like utterly unreasonable. So, I've been happy. Do I wait a turn on the Clarion? The thing is, if I Clarion this turn, I get to Insight next turn, which sounds kind of great. It means I don't get to kill the other token, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I like Clarion now too, Elk. I think I agree. Just getting to resolve our draw 2 on turn 4 seems great to me. Terrifying. I now need a second Clarion. I have regrets. I regret a number of things right now. I guess I can Justice Strike and copy. That's kind of a thing. That is, in fact, a thing I can do. It's like most depressing thing in the world. Throw 2 cards in the yard to kill 2 tokens. Is that actually what I'm doing? If I draw 2, I get like... I go to 10, but I get a bunch of looks towards Clarions and such. And like Novas. And then if need be, I can still strike plus copy. Yeah, I think I agree. I take the hit, draw 2. I mean, if we'd done that Space Jam, Like, we didn't know they had the second history. I wanted to be able to resolve my divination this turn. I think it was reasonable for me to do that. Like, the situations where they don't have the second history, I think it looks a lot better for us. To just, get to curve into the second divination nicely. Boros Challenger is in fact a card you can register in Standard. Is it a knight? It's a soldier. Thank God. Some small relief. So it does dodge Justice Strike. You're correct. If we just, like, kept the Clarion, we could probably never lose. Kinda tilting. Alright. I don't know, I still feel like I liked doing it on free. We want to know they were on, like, I guess maybe the Boros guild gates indicate they're on the Boros Challenger build. Boros guild gate probably indicates, like, a slightly smaller build. Just because they're playing, like, a greater density of red cards. Want to be able to curve, like, red-white 2-drop into history more conveniently. I don't know. Okay. Also a problem. Accurate. So we're going to take 7. And then they have 2 lethal creatures because of Ajani. So we still need to draw into a Wrath after we do this. Copy. This is targeting the big one. It's going to target one of the little ones. Cool. I think calling Boros Challenger Dece is generous. Boros Challenger is playable. Gross. Alright. On a positive note, they don't have blue cards in their deck, so they're probably still fine. Yeah, just board in all the removal, for sure. Removal seems great. Or we just take out all the Nexuses. Nova's probably still good. Yeah, I think we cut all the Nexi. I agree, Elk. I agree. A bit worried if we don't have Blink in the deck. Spyglass gets tricky to answer, but I guess that's not the end of the world. We can probably cut Azcanta. Makes me so happy. It is quite slow. Guess we can cut one. Don't think I'm cutting both. Need to cut 2 more cards. Got a single explosion with 3 Lyra. Yeah. Explosion's not great against them. Like, the fact that expansion just doesn't do very much against them makes this card a lot weaker for sure. Definitely agreed on that. Right, let's try this. This is probably fine. Yeah, I'm still trying out 2 Cannonade. I think they're fine. They aren't great. I think 3 is overkill, but the first 2 copies can be solid. I wanted to make some room for Wall of Mists too. Like, Cannonade was an obvious cut for that. The decks have been decent. We bought them out, like, against these sorts of decks, but yeah, I actually want this. Obviously, I want land drops too, but Cannonade's quite reasonable in this matchup. That is also true. Nexus has very real entertainment value. Okay. It's entirely possible we could get down the Sacred Foundry tapped there. There's like a lot of stuff. But basically the only thing I'd want to Ionize is another Vanguard here, right? Or a Spyglass, I guess. Spyglass is also annoying. Wow. I actually just can't kill that. I mean... Third toughness is tech, apparently. Apparently so. I'm ready to die to a Johnny this turn. I didn't actually mean that, opponent. You didn't actually have to do that. Alright. We're gonna draw an untapped land. It's gonna be glorious. It's right on top of the deck. Alternatively, it's the second from the top, and we feel really silly for keeping hold of this Fiery Cannonade. Come on. Come on, deck. Come on. Just taste it. Oh my god. So good. Now we just need them to not have, like, you know, a million different cards here that punish this. Tajik, Legion Rabelmenta, etc, etc. Second Vanguard is annoying as well. Alright. They're gonna minus the Ajani, or just take up, yep, threaten the ultimate. This card is unbeatable. Not even our Wall of Mists do anything anymore. Do I have to Cannonade and, like, hope to draw another removal spell? We don't have any blinks. I boarded out the blink. We do not have Sea Always. We did combo. We did indeed. I feel like this matchup should be like decent for the mono sweepers deck, but we're getting destroyed by it repeatedly and just like never beat Boros. It's really silly too because we beat White Weenie, but Boros just like weirdly resilient to sweepers sometimes. Alright, please pay 8 life. Alright. We do have to draw an answer to this too, which is annoying. God damn. Out here, we needed them to pay 8 so that we could realistically deal with the Vanguard. Yeah, so they just ult their Teferi, their Ajani. Ajani's look like pretty impressive, honestly, whenever I play against him. At least with like this deck, it looks pathetic against black green, but against Jeskai it's nice. Giving mana to your opponents is really rough at the moment. Loads of people are like running around with Bane Fires and Fight with Fires and stuff. Giving your opponents lands with Settle is just really brutal. The old Frio into 3-2. We beat like all the blue decks and then lost to all the red-white decks, which I guess is like about what you'd expect here, right? That's like about what you'd expect. Ooh, this is like worth something, I think. Feel like this is worth something. It is worth, oh, like 5 ticks. That still counts. Alright, we're gonna play some black green now. Start winning. The problem is the moment we play black green, we're just gonna queue into like 4 mirrors and 5 rounds again, like we did yesterday.